Thank you for joining us. This is the Department of Moose Information. This is an online web game show brought to you by Loose Moose Theater, in which I'm going to take these 4 improvisers through a series of verbal challenges to see which team can come out on top. And tonight, if you're a fan of Loose Moose from the late 80s and early 90s, boy, do we have a treat for you. We have Albert. Rebecca.
Hi.
Christy.
Hello.
Peter.
Hello, Moosers of the past.
Are you alive still?
I'm in a padded room. A padded room.
So we have teams of 2 tonight. So Rebecca and Albert are going to be one team, and Christy and Peter are going to be the other. So we should get team names because that's kind of a traditional thing to do. So Rebecca and Albert, what is your team name for tonight?
What do you think, Al?
Cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Care to break that down, Al?
Yeah.
It's the name I always, whenever I had to do a show at some club and they asked for a name and we were just together, I always go Cinnamon.
Oh
So
God,
that's what we're doing.
Well, that's a potent spice. Really
I always like to say tigers. So how about cinnamon tigers?
Tigers.
Well,
Oh.
we would have
That
taken
was
tigers for
That
ourselves.
was really good compromise, you two.
It's true.
I love that. Cinnamon Tigers. Shit, that's
Yeah.
my new go-to, Rebecca. God
You're
damn.
welcome, Al.
All right.
And from the 80s. Peter, what? Okay.
Yeah, Christy and Peter, what do you guys want to be called?
Is there anything that kills a tiger?
Big man.
Cinnamon
People
Man.
kill tigers.
Cinnamon.
Tiger
Cinnamon.
King. What was his name?
Tiger King. The Tiger King.
Tiger.
What am I gonna do? Bruce Broldring. Bruce Ring. Bruce.
Brolding. Broldring.
Old Bruce.
Broldring.
Old
Bruce.
Brold.
Brold.
Who's that actor? Brolin? James Broldring.
Yeah, we'll be that.
There you go.
See, we went at it less as a compromise, more of like a kind of like a word, like speaking in one voice.
I think it was like an improv game.
I think we won.
We just
Is
found.
that the first round? Was that the first round? Are we done?
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, that was nice. It was a lot
Points
quicker
to
than I thought.
Broldring.
16, you two.
Yeah.
3, 4.
So what's going to happen is we're going to start our first round, which is called Truths and Lies. What's going to happen is I'm going to read out a statement that one of the players has given me beforehand, and the other team will then have 2 minutes to determine whether that person is lying or whether they're telling the truth. Now, this one's going to be a little bit trickier tonight because these people all know each other very well, so they're going to have to work.
So well.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
We
So-
just don't know which ones are ours. Like I'll know the stories, but I don't. Was that mine? That was mine.
I've absorbed a few of Rebecca's stories.
Yes.
Albert, you've got to blink. You've got
Sorry.
to blink.
Sorry.
Where did
Okay,
you
It's
go?
okay.
now?
It's going to be okay.
I'm new to this internet thing. I didn't realize you had to blink.
So we're going to start with Rebecca's statement, and
Oh.
the statement is, I had a twin that I absorbed in utero.
Mm,
So Chrissy,
Well, Christy should know this.
It was me. It was
Her.
me.
Wait a second.
I think see, now this is where it's tricky because I'm like, is this a bullshit story that she's told that I've been in on, that she's said so many times that I'm like, that's truth.
I know.
I've heard it.
It feels like exactly this may have been from a scene that we were in, or simply after being in a scene.
Do you
having
get
a
to ask
drink
me
afterwards.
questions?
I mean, it's our team. It's our team, Cinnamon Tiger.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Broadland.
Christy, first question.
Okay. When did you first find out that you had absorbed your twin?
So I found this out when I was 15 and a half because I was having a bunch of like abdominal pains and, thought maybe it was a lady thing, but then it was happening like at like sort of random times. So should I keep going?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really gross.
yeah.
It's very gross.
I'm
Keep
sorry.
going.
Well, it's
It's science, Albert. It's science.
anyhow.
Oh, science is gross.
So I ended up seeing a doctor, had an abdominal exam. He wasn't sure what was going on. I got referred to a specialist. They did like an MRI and they found inside of my, like attached to my colon, a little tiny extra bit of colon. I don't talk talk about it because it's so weird. And the doctor was like, our best guess is the reason you have like a tiny second bit of colon is you probably absorbed a twin. And then my mom's like joke about it was like, you have a semicolon. You have a colon and a semicolon, which she thought was like,
and that's
so
where you get your
funny.
sense of humor.
Wow.
From my semicolon. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think I want to ask another question.
I'm sorry. I know.
Concerned.
Anyway.
Wow. And
So
so
really-
I know it's not up to me to judge, but I just want to say, I don't know medically if it makes sense, but Rebecca's personality alone, I do believe she would absorb and kill her twin.
Oh, you're on my team. You're on my team.
yeah, that's why it's a
I'm
good
just
thing that
trying to
there's a
help.
6
That's why
foot
Cinnamon
distance right
Tiger.
now, right?
Cinnamon
You're safe.
Tiger.
You're a tiger, man. They fuck.
Sweet and deadly.
The specific details make me doubt her, but I know that I've heard this story before. I know
I've heard it.
before.
I mean, it really does sound and it does feel as though because this happened, she found out when she was younger, like in her, as a teenager, it feels that was around the time we knew each other. It would have been a hot button issue for her then.
I
She'd
didn't
been
know when
talking
she was
about it
15.
great
No,
length.
I met you guys. I didn't meet you guys till I was 16.
No, but
Yeah.
it was still like it's still so alive for you, Rebecca. It would have had
Oh,
to have
come
been. You found out you had a
But
second.
Come on, Aldrin, what
That's not what you
16-year-old
tell
would
me.
tell you that?
Yeah.
You
I'm
know what?
16 and I absorbed my twin. Like, that doesn't happen for girls.
In the theater?
Mm-mm.
In the theater?
No. I was too embarrassed.
Hmm.
I felt
Remember
like a
how-
cannibal.
Remember how Rebecca always wore baggy clothes? She hid
Yeah.
herself all the time.
Her twin was in there.
Okay, guys, we need
Okay,
to get a guess from you now. You had your time to question now.
I mean, I
I'm
think we
saying,
got to the bottom of it.
I'm
Tell us
saying,
what
I'm saying yes,
Pretty
Peter.
obvious. I
don't
think
know.
so.
Okay,
And I
we're,
think
we're
that
gonna
twin's
say
still
yes.
in there. I think we should name it.
So sorry, are you both saying that you believe it is true?
Yes, it would be hard to disagree now. We're on the same team. We have to agree, don't we?
Fair enough. So, Rebecca, is that story true, or were you telling a lie?
That story is a lie.
Ah!
Rebecca!
But let me explain. It's a lie for me, but that is a true story. A friend of mine's older sister, as a teenager, was having all these abdominal pains and got scanned, and she had a little semicolon in there. And I was like, that is
Can
the
we say
craziest story.
names?
Rebecca,
I
who was
I
it?
can't out her.
Tell us her
You
name.
guys-
Yeah,
I don't
we
know
want to
her.
know now.
Type it in the private chat. But this is, see, I knew I heard the story before.
You have heard it. You've heard it. You've heard it, Christy. Hi,
Okay, the next statement is going to come from James Broldring, and this one is from Peter. And the statement is, I once snuck onto the Stampede grounds and helped set up rides on the Midway. You have 2 minutes.
Peter, how old were you when this happened?
This was like 20, 21.
Mm-hmm.
Which
So I
ride did
knew
you set up?
what I was doing. I knew what I was
Yeah,
doing.
right. As much as any carny.
Yes, exactly,
Peter,
Albert.
which ride?
The
Which
zipper.
ride did you set up?
The
The
zipper.
And Peter, what was your original intent sneaking onto the Stampede grounds?
We had absolutely no intent. I was with a friend, and we were wandering.
Were you with
around.
Gumper?
Yes.
Were you with Gumper?
It was
Okay.
Gumper.
Always.
Just outed him, who actually consumed his twin in vitro. I don't think he'd mind me sharing that.
I think it's more upsetting that it was in vitro and not in utero. But anyhow, we digress.
Well, that's Gumper's story. That's his
Okay,
story,
that's not our story.
not mine. So I don't know. I can't. I can't.
Yes.
But yes, it was
Gumper's
with,
I'm just imagining Gumper's mother saying, I want 2 twins to fight it out in my stomach. Give me a second embryo. I want them to battle for it.
that
No,
went down.
he said in vitro. That means that Gumper snuck into a lab and did like a fetus shooter.
He got.
Anyway,
in-
get back to the
That's because men
Stampede
don't
story.
understand women's bodies. They don't
I know.
understand.
I think I'd
Or
prefer going,
laboratories.
I'd prefer to continue on this other story about Gumper
sorry,
sneaking in
sorry,
his
sorry.
lab.
I'm sorry. Okay,
I'm
so,
actually ready to guess.
so Peter, no, wait, I still need a few more details. So Peter,
Yeah,
so
hi,
you're
Al.
setting up the zipper.
Yeah.
Who was your supervisor?
Whoever was one of the carnies that was working on the zipper, the full story being we snuck onto the grounds. We either climbed a fence or there was just simply an open gate leading onto the actual fairground, and just went around asking if anyone needed a hand. And lo and behold, at the zipper, this guy who was putting it together was like, yeah, plug that thing into there, like no questions asked. And we just made our way around the Stampede grounds, doing our part as
Can I ask? I have one more.
as Calgarians. We
Did
white-hatted
anyone
ourselves.
did anyone die on the zipper that year?
Everyone dies on the zipper every year, so yeah, it was no more than usual, Al. No more than usual. I did a good job. It plugged together.
I'm ready to guess.
Okay.
You're
I
out
have
of
to.
time, so.
That is 100% true.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
feel
say
like
I
you
know
guys
this
know
story.
that story anyway.
I know
No.
this story.
No,
Oh,
I don't know
I
that
do know
story.
that story. As soon as he said it, as soon as Dave said it, I was like, I know this story. I'm like fucking set.
Okay, then,
Hang on.
but I know it. I don't know this story, but I know that it's true. I know that it's true because the worst shenanigans that Peter and Gumper got up to as teenagers was the hilarity of being somewhere that they shouldn't be and offering their help.
Okay,
Well, we're just trying to be helpful. We're trying to get that vest, that
Yeah.
white hatter.
just to
Mhm.
get back on track here. So you guys are saying, you're both saying true. So Peter, for the record, is that story true or are you telling a lie?
No, it's a lie, Dave.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. It's
what?
true. It's true. It's true.
Of course it's true.
Oh.
Jackasses, you know it.
You bastard! I was gonna say because I remember him
actually-
telling me that story.
Wait a second. What if I said it was a lie? I could have then that could be my lie, and then we wouldn't have given up the points.
Peter.
So the next statement comes from Cinnamon Tiger, and this one is from Albert. And the statement is, I once shot a bear. You have 2 minutes.
There you go.
Hmm.
Where were you?
First of all, I was on my parents' farm, where I am now.
Mm-hmm.
When was this?
This was before I knew any of you guys. This was like 1979, 80.
There were no bears in Canada at that time.
What'd you do with the carcass?
This was the
Al?
first, Peter. I don't know. I didn't kill it. I shot it. It took off.
What kind of bear was it, Al?
Black. Here's the story. Okay, let me just give you some context. Here's what happened. We had bought our. You guys have all been to our farm or our acreage or whatever.
Yeah.
So we had built a one-room shack on it, and where we stayed on weekends because for the first 9 years we owned it, we didn't live out here. We just came out here every weekend. So for the summer of 1980, every time we came back to the shack, a bear had broken in and like torn the whole place apart. So my dad finally went and bought a rifle. He bought a hunting rifle, and this is 1980 when you don't need any permits. You don't need it. You literally walk into a store and put down your cash, and they just give you a gun, which was awesome. And so it was hilarious. So my dad had taken me out to practice shooting, and so we practiced. And then we came back to we'd gone out to the west side of the farm, practice, come back to where the shack was, and we're looking, and there's the bear right there. And we're like, what the hell? And I had the gun, so I took it, I aimed it, I took it, and I took a shot, and it screamed or whatever, and it took off, bolted off.
It screamed.
Well, whatever, like the bear, yeah, like a bear scream. I don't know. Like
Where do you believe that you hit it?
Because it screamed.
No, I mean where?
Oh, where do I hit? I don't know. I hit it in the body somewhere. I don't know. Probably in the ass or something because it took off pretty good. I mean, if I hit it if I'd hit it somewhere good, then whatever. But it took off.
So this
Somewhere
is
in the
I'm
body.
gonna have to leave this in your lap, Peter, because you did live with Albert on.
Yeah,
like, so long.
Albert quarantined.
We did.
This is the
Peter,
one-
Peter, how many times in quarantine did I tell you this story?
Yeah,
This
it was
is
going
one
on and on
concern
about
I
that.
have, Peter. I'm going to put this on the table, but
Yeah.
before you decide, is that when I said when was it, he said, "Oh, I don't know, like 79," and then he was like,
right.
"Ooh, this is the time when you can get
Yeah.
guns easy in the 80s."
Seemed a little bit
Little time
convenient.
discrepancy.
Seemed a
I
little
said
convenient to use that
79.
bear.
I said 79. No, wait, it was 1980 is what I
But
said.
then, oh my God.
Okay, so what do you guys think?
Well, I mean, we know Al's got it in him to kill.
He does have it in him to kill,
Um,
100%. But don't you think he'd be telling us that story all the time?
He'd wear it like a badge of
I
honor.
did tell
It would
that
be a
story all the
heroic-
time.
Heroic
You
story.
guys just don't listen.
And it would
You
be a
guys
little
don't listen
different.
to me. That's your.
It would be different. It would be the bear was on him. The bear had him.
Damn it,
Something
Christy.
like-
Christy, when I was trying to date you, I told you this story all the time.
Whoa!
Albert, what time of year was it?
It was summer. It was July.
Lies.
Lies.
All of it lies. All of it lies.
So we are out of time for that question. So you're both saying this is a lie?
We've got to. We've got nothing to lose.
lie.
Okay. So Albert, was this the truth or were you telling a lie?
It was totally a lie.
Oh, oh, I knew it.
But here, you know why it's a lie? Is because I didn't have the gun with me when I saw the bear.
I thought you were going to say because the bear died.
No. No. What happened was my dad and I had gone out practice shooting. We'd left the gun we'd left the rifle in the truck. We come back and the bear is right there, and we're like standing by and we're looking at the bear. We're like, "Where's the gun?" And it was like,
howl.
Classic howl.
Oh my.
Classic howl.
God.
You would have shot it if you could have.
I would have shot it.
Classic.
But damn it. And also, I never tried to date Christy, so there you go. That's another lie.
There was 2 lies in one. I was like,
That's how I knew that it was a lie.
Ah, shit.
This one comes from Christy. And
Okay, we got this one, Al.
Is it that you tried to date me?
I was once escorted out of a high-end casino in Monte Carlo.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Come on, Rebecca. You know her.
Okay, so I do. So, Christy, why were you in Monte Carlo?
I was there doing a Second City corporate gig.
Mm-hmm. And why were you escorted out?
We were not dressed very fancy because it was a very expensive, very like shushy one, and we were just kind of wearing our show clothes.
Sure.
Did you make a fuss when they tried to make you leave?
Yeah, I tried to convince them that we had money and that we just wanted to play a couple rounds of blackjack.
What were you wearing? What were you wearing? Your show
Classic
clothes.
blacks, Rebecca. Black pants and then like a black kind of light sweater because it was warm.
Of course.
Who was it? Who else was there with you? Who was doing the show?
Paul Bates and Steve Fisher and Jamila Ross.
Mm-hmm. And so what did
those
they?
Those are good names.
A 3-hander.
How did the escorting take place? How did it happen?
Very gently and quietly.
Oh,
Gently
and quietly.
So European.
I'm ready to guess,
So
Al.
European.
Yeah, go ahead, Rebecca.
I believe it's true. I believe
think
it's
so.
true because Christy described her outfit as not shushy enough. And after 30 years of friendship, I know when Christy says shushy, that she's telling the truth.
All right. I'm going to go with Rebecca on this.
For Japanese food, one of the two. But
Mhm.
sorry, Al, what were you going to say?
No, I agree. If I'm backing Rebecca up. If Rebecca says it's right, it's right. It sounds legit. Those are 3 good names.
It sounds like legit, and also I have a very sort of hazy, drunken memory of Christy telling me this story when she got back from Monte Carlo.
Yeah, but we had the same memory about you ingesting your twin. So you can't trust that.
Was Gumper at the casino by any chance, or?
Yeah, there you go.
Was it Gumper that escorted you out of the casino? Just being helpful. No, I think it's true.
I'm dang.
Okay,
Rebecca, I agree with Rebecca. It's true.
Cinnamon Tiger says true. Christy, is this story true, or were you telling a lie?
I realized that you could rig the game, but that is true.
Yeah.
How could you rig it?
Because I could be like, oh, the people with me,
Right.
No. But it's true. It's not outrageous enough to be a lie. That would just be the most boring lie.
My God.
I'm sorry I didn't steal someone else's story for my lie.
Exactly. You got to steal. You got to steal someone else's truth.
So that's going to bring us to the end of the truth and lies section.
Possibly
Yay!
the end of the entire experiment of a game show.
The Cinnamon Tigers have 10 points. Perfect score at this point. James Broldring has 5 points.
Not bad.
What a bunch of losers.
Honestly,
You losers.
honestly, not bad.
Not
Not
bad.
bad. And we've still got our pride. We haven't said
Yeah.
anything to impugn ourselves. Not
I believe
like a grand
Tigers
wizard.
Roman prides.
Okay, so we're going to move into the second section of the show now. This is the hypothetical round. So in the interest of time, we're going to do one hypothetical question tonight. I will give you the hypothetical question. One team will answer it, and then the other team will also answer the same question. So whoever goes second, you'll have a bit more time to think about it. So we will start with Cinnamon Tigers. You're in the lead, so you will start first. So the The hypothetical is you will be haunted by a ghost from now on for the rest of your life, but you get to choose who the ghost is. Who do you choose and why?
Do we have to
Wow.
be in consensus?
Yeah, so Rebecca and Al, you'll start. So you can just kind of talk through it, and eventually,
All right.
Oh,
normally you'll come up with one that
I don't
you're
know.
like.
What do you?
okay. Well, I mean,
Now,
so
wait. I have some
ghost for the
questions. I have
rest
some.
Oh my
wait,
God!
I have some
See,
questions.
he's interrupting me already. It's like we're married.
Well, I have some questions, Rebecca. I gotta
Of course
know
you
the
do,
part.
sweetheart.
All right.
I know you do.
Can the ghost affect me physically?
No.
It's just hanging around.
Yeah, they just hang around. They talk to you all the time.
They talk
What
to
do you mean
you.
when you say physically, Albert? Are you
Yeah.
looking to like get
What
some
are you
ghost
hoping?
action?
Yes, I'm looking
Hoping,
for
Al.
sex. Yes, I'm looking for a sex
He just
ghost.
wants to know if it's a succubus or not.
Yeah.
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 Guys, I'm gonna bring the vocabulary tonight.
Thanks.
My ghost will be Albert Howell.
Oh.
I'm not dead. Hey, what the hell?
Oh, Rebecca, what a
Oh.
miscue. What a
That's no-
miscue.
Al, we
Oh,
brought you
no.
online to tell you something. You died 6
Holy
years
shit.
ago.
That's when
And we've
Cinnamon
all just been
Tiger fell
tolerating
apart.
you.
Oh my God.
God.
Oh!
I know.
All
Like
that
a Twilight Zone.
quarantine for
This is like
nothing.
a Black Mirror episode now. I was going to say
Exactly.
Twilight Zone. Black Mirror is hipper.
It's going
'Cause I
to be
was
very
thinking,
hard.
well,
It's going to be
what-
very hard for Albert to agree on that ghost pick, Rebecca.
What about somebody
Okay.
smart? What about somebody really smart, Rebecca?
Yeah, right.
Like somebody
so
who could
not
give us
Albert.
advice. Like, what if somebody could give us advice?
David Suzuki.
He's not,
He's not dead either. Like, you keep wanting to murder people first, Rebecca. You got to pick somebody who's already dead.
Do they have to already be dead?
It's
Well, it's a
better that way
ghost.
because then we don't
Yeah.
have to kill
Oh,
anybody. Yeah.
There's
Oh,
a
I
lot of
see, I see, I
personas
see.
who are already dead without having to start
Einstein.
culling
How
through
about
the live.
Einstein? No. Schrodinger. Schrodinger.
Sure, Schrodinger's good.
Mhm.
Ann Landers.
No. Too much advice giving.
Well, isn't that what I want? I want something. I want somebody who can either help me gamble and win the lottery,
Mhm.
or
I might want Mr. Rogers.
oh, that's not
Do you know
bad.
what I mean? I want him to
Mm.
sing to me. I want him to help me tie my shoes. I want him to do that poem of what do you do with the mad that you feel? I think Mr. Rogers would feel pretty good. That'd be a pretty good ghost. Yeah.
Could I just make one slight
Yeah.
another? Okay.
Yeah.
Hitler. Because then he could tell me where all the Nazi gold is.
So our answer is Mr. Rogers, Dave.
I do like that it was kind of between the two, though.
I don't
Very
know.
unusual- it's a very unusual pair to be choosing between. Not a lot of people have had to make that choice.
No,
That's the dichotomy. You see, that's the dichotomy of Cinnamon Tiger.
Cinnamon
on
Tiger.
one hand,
There it is right there.
On
It
one
explains everything.
on one hand, you have Mr. Rogers. On the other hand, you have Hitler.
Cinnamon Tiger.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that a Fox sitcom at one point? Mr. Rogers and Hitler, wasn't that something they were trying
Yeah, I
I think
pitched it.
I think it was.
I pitched,
You know what, I forgot
That's
to
such
mention
an LA
earlier, but-
thing to say. Yeah, I pitched it.
yeah, I pitched it.
I forgot to mention earlier, but so the hypotheticals will be scored between 0 and 5 based on how interesting and clever of an idea I thought it was.
Wow.
No shit.
So you guys are getting a full 5 points because Mr. Rogers was a fantastic answer.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
God! What would
Rebecca,
Albert?
you saved
what,
it.
I'm curious as to what Albert Howell would have gotten as the ghost pick, point
If
wise.
it was Hitler,
Probably 2.
that's like a
2
2
points.
No, but I mean,
Yeah,
if they
if
had
it
gone
was
with
Albert.
Albert Howell as the ghost,
That's what I'm saying. I'm a 2-pointer.
you would've
I'm
been
a
a
2-point
2.
answer. I'm a
Okay, well,
2-point answer.
well, we're not going to go there then.
No.
See,
Hitler's
Rebecca-
4. Hitler's 4. Mr. Rogers is 5. Because what are you going to do?
Okay. Curious, interesting.
Okay, so
Still.
over to James Broldring, and it's the same question to you guys. You'll be haunted by a ghost from now until the end of your life, but you get to choose the ghost. Who do you choose and why?
Oh,
And you can't say Mr. Rogers because we picked it.
You could.
well, we could
but
say it.
like
Of course, we
2 points.
could. How many?
But you
would we
could
get?
pick Hitler.
But we might
Hitler's
lose
still on
points
the table.
for lack of originality.
What about Tom Hanks? He did a pretty cool Mr. Rogers.
We did.
Guys,
Be pretty
Hitler
cool.
is still on the table. Hitler's available.
I mean, here's the thing with Tom Hanks, though, is that not only does he's done all the research, so you'd basically have Mr. Rogers, but then you get some of that kind of cool inside Hollywood fun that he got into.
Oh, like so much gossip.
Oh yeah, you've got all the Mr. Rogers covered, but then it's kind of like, so tell us where was that island when you were
Yeah.
shipwrecked. Where was
Like,
that? Where'd you
when
shoot?
you
That's
were,
in
like,
it's in
making-
Fiji.
When you were doing Splash, like, what was Daryl Hannah like? Because she seems really like not well. I
Okay,
like the
so is
ghost
that-
of Tom Hanks. We would
Is
just
that
need,
an art?
we just need to kill him. Can we put Tom
Yeah.
Hanks? Is that
Oh
allowed?
God, we're choosing
Because
someone else
otherwise, I'm
alive
just
with
going to
next
say
night.
Leonard Cohen. I would just want to hang out with Leonard Cohen.
Mm.
That's
You know
it.
what? The
Because
next
I think he would like sing us songs. He would write us poetry. He
Mhm.
would be sad, and then we'd just be
Yes.
like, "Oh,
I'm just
Life
gonna say
sucks.
I gotta jump in as Christy's like best friend that she listened to Leonard Cohen all through high school and wouldn't leave her room and did a lot of crying. And your mother forbid you from that. So
Yeah.
Leonard Cohen ghost.
It
I
sounds
think
like it
your
could
mom's
be
gonna come after you.
Uh,
You'll be sad again.
a
She
life
gets
of
it now.
haunting.
She
I have to
gets it
say
now."
though, I mean, he's a Canadian, a legend.
Canadian
So
legend.
we're
Peter.
talking about. I mean, yes, of course we could choose an American ghost,
Oh wow. Okay.
like
Sure.
so
Know
many
that.
people
So
choose an
Mhm.
American. Turn their radar to the south.
Let me just say-
Peter,
okay,
God
wait a minute.
forbid, a German ghost.
Yes,
Yeah.
but what
Peter's
about
playing the American card, and he lives in Los Angeles.
Al? I just
And
vacationed.
he married an American.
Just
He married an
vacation here. Our ghost, David,
Yep.
is not only going to be Canadian, it's going to be a Calgarian.
Oh.
Because
No.
who was the original
Please not me. Please
Mr.
not me.
Rogers? If you're a Calgarian child,
Who
Who was it? Who was it that had Calgarian puppets?
Is he dead?
Buckshot?
No.
If you can name his real name, I'll give you 5 points.
Fred Rogers. Who are you asking, Al?
I'm asking if you're saying
Buckshots?
if you're saying Buckshot,
Oh,
if you can name his
Buckshots?
real name, I'll give you 5 points.
What points? What do your points
Wait a
do
second.
for us,
I
Al?
would love to get some.
They're
the
worth-
truth is, hey Al, I'm sitting at a computer, jackass. I'll tell you his real fucking name.
So Peter, are you going to go with Ron Burgess or not?
Hold on.
5 points
yeah.
to Dave.
Okay. well, the
Actually,
first-
only 2.5 points because his name's Ron Barge.
Okay. Well,
Oh.
actually, I've got you both wrong. The rapper Buckshot's name is Kenyatta Blake. So I'll take Al's 5 points. Christy, what do you think about our Calgarian Mr. Rogers?
I love it. I love Buckshot.
All right.
He lent me a
Buckshot.
pen once.
4 points for that. That was a pretty solid answer.
4 points.
Yep.
What would Leonard got us? What would have Leonard gotten us?
Leonard
You
might
guys aren't going to beat 5 points. You got to beat Mr. Rogers.
pretty solid answer. Tom Hanks was a pretty good answer too, in spite of in light of the fact that they had chosen Mr. Rogers because you had one up them.
I
so.
get how you think now.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on to the final round of the match. I can tell you
Okay.
at this point that the Cinnamon Tigers have 15 points,
Yeah.
God.
and I'm gonna also say this: they have a perfect score at this point. There's literally no point that they couldn't have gotten that they didn't. So
How is this possible?
I don't understand what's happening.
Makes no sense.
God, I'm
Jake
so
Waldron
drunk.
has 9 points at this point, and
That's great.
We're doing so good.
Slightly more than 50%.
Peter, I'm really proud of us.
You know what? It could have been a lot worse, really.
so this is the category round. And what's going to happen here is I'm going to read out a category.
Oh
You
God.
guys are going to give me lines or things that fit within that category, and I'm going to score them if I think they're funny or clever or they make me laugh. You're getting 2 points. 2 points. And if they
Very
don't
nervous.
or I don't, then you get no points. I won't tell you for each given one whether you get points or not. We'll just find out at the end. But keeping in mind that there's 2 points available for every time that you score, is a very, very, very likely that you could catch up and jump ahead there, James Broldring. So don't despair just yet. So the first category is unlikely things to hear on a public service announcement.
Hi, I'm Sarah McLaughlin. Fuck these cats.
Okay. Someone
Yeah.
else needs to put
That's one you wouldn't hear, right?
It sounds okay.
That's correct. Yeah, Peter.
This is your butt. This is your butt on French fries.
Nice.
Like it's kind of a health thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Okay, this works better if everybody just keeps going. Just keep riffing.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
I
guys.
think we
Oh,
did we
I
tap
see.
it?
We're meant to just
Yeah, just keep.
And do we put our hand up or do
Yeah.
we just jump in?
Come on, Rebecca.
It's better.
You wanna
I
put your
don't have
hand up?
one. Oh,
okay.
that's. Go, Christy.
Rebecca.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please stop throwing your babies against the wall.
there.
That's
true.
improv.
It's true.
That's improv.
Hands up again. Christy.
When you have to sneeze into your elbow. Wear a face mask when you go outside. Keep 6 feet away from anyone else around you.
You are.
I mean, that's
You are
literally.
bad at this.
Could you
I'd like
imagine?
to subtract 5 points from fucking broldering.
No, but
How
Hey,
you hear that
how
you have to
dare
say
you, Al?
And you can't see people you love.
Albert, I'm still counting on your 5 points for that buckshot thing.
Peter.
Say no to drugs unless you haven't tried them.
Albert.
Don't drink and drive, or do whatever you got to.
Good. Peter.
Yeah.
Only you can stop the horrible smell of a fart on an airplane.
Rebecca.
The responsibility rests within all of us.
Dial first before you dig up a grave.
I like that.
The
that
time is 7:22. Temperature 12.
Oh my God! I used to dial that all the time. Oh.
I just had to say that so just to reinforce that we're the Moosers from the 80s and the 90s.
It's the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Holy shit! There you go. All right. Oh.
I got one. If you're when you drink bleach to cure your coronavirus, drink it slow. I'm just going real. I'm just real PSAs.
And
Keeping it-
topical.
Keeping
Remember.
it real.
I got one. Remember, only you can prevent Leonard Cohen. Yeah, that's what I said, Christy. Come on. What are you gonna do? You're in Toronto. I'm all the way in Calgary.
Get in my car and drive. It's a hybrid.
Shit.
Okay, so the second category is lines you wouldn't hear in a sci-fi movie. You would not hear these in a sci-fi movie. Albert.
Hey, do you understand gravity?
Peter.
Attention, Earthlings. Take us immediately to Airdrie.
Christy.
Not much happening in space today.
That's nice. That's a nice long pause.
That was a good pause. That was a fucking awesome
Sure.
pause.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anybody else got Rebecca?
Go fuck yourself, E.T.
I've said that a lot.
Peter.
Warning, being a fan of this sci-fi movie could cause permanent virginity.
Rebecca.
Warning, being a fan of this hot sci-fi movie will get you laid.
No.
That's what you would not hear. There you go. Yeah.
I don't know. I went to Star Wars Celebration, and there was a lot of action going on with those sci-fi fans.
Yeah, but would you do them with it? It's like, no. It's like.
Would you do
it's
them with
okay.
what? What was the full thought, Al? The sentence that came
I'm
out
just
was,
saying, would
would
you
you
do
do them with?
with what they look like?
I thought you were doing an object game.
Rebecca.
I've got all the power converters I need.
Albert.
You need more power? No problem.
Okay. Peter, one more.
There's only one thing that can save planet Earth. Donald Trump.
Oh,
The final category.
There's more.
This is the last one. Things not to say on your first day in the army.
Oh.
Peter.
Loud noises make me shart.
I think that's it. No, I think that's it.
Fucking
Oh, there
out.
you go.
The category is
There you go.
over.
There you go. Wait. All right.
Okay.
Oh, I got one.
Oh, we're done. Sorry, Albert.
Oh.
No, that Peter won that category.
I have
There you go.
looked it up. I have tallied the votes. The scores. I can tell you now that James Broldring
They
is
pulled
now
into the lead.
33 points.
We got.
Oh no!
The Cinnamon Tigers have 35 points.
Ah!
Yeah!
Rebecca!
Oh,
One
Yeah,
more
nice try with
time.
that short
God.
comment, Oldring.
what?
Nice try.
What a
And I
You're
gave,
gonna be the
One
Cinnamon
more
Tiger.
time.
what a tight game.
I gave Peter a bonus 2
Yeah.
points for his category-ending statement.
Oh my
Amazing.
God. Oh.
That is going to bring us to the end of the show. Thanks so much for watching. We're doing this because we can't bring you live shows from Loose Moose Theater. There's a link at the bottom of the screen that will take you to our PayPal account. If you feel so inclined, you could buy a virtual ticket to the show or donate a few dollars.
Come on.
Keep the lights on until we can be back underneath them. So thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Woo!